I was gonna stop at that last spot, but I'm gonna continue now because I'm already getting comments that are just so stupid and idiotic and just selfish and just and I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna start this part of the video with it. Said, oh, you're so nice when you're asking for money. You should do that. You should do that. It's like, look at another some stupid shit like that. It's just, you know what? This is what I mean. That people don't actually listen to the words. They just see the actions. And as soon as I saw, like I just picked the pipe and smoked it. As soon as they see that, they're like, you see, that's what he's teaching our children to do. No, what I'm trying to do is make it something that's illegal, make it legal so that your children don't run to it because it's it's the thing to do, man. It's the thing to do, and instead be taught about the plant and the benefits of the plant. Because that's what was happening for thousands of years in tribal culture. How do I know? Because I was in most of these tribal cultures that use this plant and other plant medicine to be able to gain insight into themselves and the knowledge base that's there for all of you, instead of reading a book and having a guy tell you what the fuck is happening in your body. I don't have to go to a doctor to know what's happening in my body. The problem is what causes a lot of the stuff in my body is the things that you put in my food and in my and everything that especially for the poverty class, right? And everything that and then you go to the doctor. Oh yeah, well this is you got diabetes, or you have this and you have that. You see that, and you have to then ask them. That's because you don't know. Why don't you know? Because you have been cut off from your tribal past. You've been cut off from the information that you're getting from your own DNA about your own self. This body, right, is running without any kind of idea or any kind of like direction from me. Right? It knows what to do. How do you think the body knows what the fuck to do? Huh? Just by itself? Poof! No, it's the DNA that it taps into. The whole body knows what to do and knows about itself more than you do. You know why? Because they make sure that you never learn that, because then you'll be relying on them. I'm going to say this again. The plant medicine that's derived from the coca plant is in itself beneficial to the body, and the problem is that it's been made illegal, right? And then because it's made illegal, it's put into the hands of people that want to make a lot of money off of it. So what are they going to do? They're going to put other things in it to stretch it out. And number one, and number two, to make you more addicted to it. That is a product of it being illegal. Because if it wasn't illegal, it would be regulated. Just like alcohol during the Prohibition was illegal, was legal at that point, and they could put anything. Moonshine. You ever tried moonshine? It tastes like turpentine. I would imagine that's what turpentine tastes like when you drink it. That's what moonshine tastes like. And the reason moonshine was there is because it was legal, so they made something like it that's just as good, and you could just sell it under the table. Make some money off of it. Idiots, you fucking hypocrites. Do you understand that human beings sitting in cages right now for something that was derived from a plant that was used for thousands of years? They don't even know why they were using it and selling it and doing that. They don't even know. Well, selling it was just to make money, but the actual process of you taking it and using it is because it's in their own tribal, it's in their own DNA from their tribal past that they were using it. Do you understand? If we have evolved from a certain place, the things that helped us evolve to that place have been the plant medicine that is now deemed illegal across every plant medicine that's illegal right now. Right? It is because it's been illegal and we can't get access to it. And then they said instead they throw this pharmaceutical in your face that they made and they make a lot of money off of, and now you're addicted to without any connection to any kind of anything that will bring you back to a place where you say, you know what, maybe I shouldn't be working in a fucking factory for these assholes. Maybe I should go back to the land that was feeding me instead of these assholes that now take the land and charge me for it. Things that Mother Earth gives me for and charge me for it. Right? Yeah, you might go back to that, and you might walk away from those factories. And my God, what are they going to do without you workers, you slaves working at those factories? What are they going to do? What? Anything? They won't survive. That means you can do it the right way instead of having them dictate how you should be living as a human race. And the number one thing that's evolved human beings is the plant medicine that was put on this planet by your creator and by Mother Earth. So maybe you would evolve to a place where you stop fucking drilling inside her. Because tribal cultures didn't drill into tribal cultures did not even the pyramids were created in such a way that they blended in with the planet. So if there was an earthquake, pyramids no, it didn't go down. Now our structures are these buildings going this way, right? Straight up. Now when an earthquake hits, unless it's like San Francisco, they had to make kind of earthquake proof. Manhattan isn't earthquake proof, so what if one shifts and all of a sudden Manhattan starts like falling because these buildings were not made like the pyramids were. You know why they were made? Because they were made by greedy men that wanted to make a lot of shit money off the companies and the things that they can track to that wonderful island that's probably going to sink one day. Understand? That is the de-evolution of the human consciousness and species, because without that plant medicine, that plant medicine was a big leap. Everybody out there read any Terence McKenna stuff? Great stuff. I mean, I only read one or two books of him, but I got it from that one book that, hey, he's got it. I don't have to read that book to understand what he's talking about. That plants have a symbiotic relationship with human beings, right? They give us energy, they give us oxygen, and we give them what they need, right, to survive. The thing of it is, that exchange has been cut, and especially so for the plant medicines that would help this civilization evolve. Cut. You know why? Because the people in charge don't want your civilization. Because as you evolve as a civilization, you start realizing that all these people that are controlling your existence and telling you what you are as a human being, they're all doing it because they want to make the money that they need to make sure they stay in power and convince you to stay in power. So the cocoa plant is especially really good at like looking at that and going like, shit, that's wrong, man. Why am I doing that? The other plants are too. But they're more of a you can actually you start hallucinating, which in your case you call it hallucination, but it's actually seeing into other dimensions and seeing the reality of what it is. That becomes a little bit too wow, man. You got to be ready for that. So those are more for ceremonial things to get things out of your body that are stuck there, and bad negative energy. But now when we're talking about something like the cocoa plant that was used for anything that they needed to do extra, I have to walk over that mountain, 20 miles there and back to carry this water back to my drive. Or that's what we all have to do. Is all right, let's chew on the cocoa leaves. After chewing a bag of cocoa leaves, you're like, yeah, too much chewing. Let's concentrate it into something that we can smoke. Because the smoking of it what came before the snorting of it. The snorting of it was added, impurities were added to, and then you snorted it because when you bring it down to the concentrate, just like you can concentrate marijuana. Is anybody marijuana concentrates? Can anybody snort that? No, right? Same thing. So you smoke it. That's it. Concentrate, smoke it, and then boom. And then you can get the same effect with a couple of puffs that you would have a bag of chewing it. That's the meanness of it. There's discrepancy. Oh my God! It's like it's the worst thing in the world. Didn't you see that movie? That movie. I don't even remember the movie. New Jack City. Didn't you see that movie? And how they depicted those people? Yeah, because it's illegal. Those people got away with what they did because it was illegal. And those people that were depicted as crack addicts, they were that because it's illegal. Because if it wasn't, it would be like hey, can I have a Coke, please? Yeah, can I have a Coca-Cola, please? Yeah, thank you. Ooh, I kind of like it when it had the other stuff in it, but the caffeine still works too. You fucking hypocrites. It is no worse than caffeine. It is no worse than oh my God, compared to alcohol, the deaths related to the alcohol, compared to this thing, it's like, why don't you put the people who make alcohol into cages, and the people that sell alcohol into cages, because they deserve to be more into cages than somebody that sells a fucking plant that you've made illegal. Do you understand there's people sitting in cages right now that should not be? Do you understand there's people that have been persecuted for the use, the consumption, and the use of it, and where the courts go? Now they went from jail time for the felony. Now we're just gonna give you fines, because so now you have $2,600 because we found 2 bags of stuff in your pocket. You fucking hypocrites. Do you understand that the court system and the legal system and everything that's out there that's persecuting us is doing it because, let me see. They don't want any kind of revolt against them, right? So you persecute the ones that use it, and then you train them to go into these rehabs or the other things that make them addicted to, like, I don't know, blaming myself forever for my addiction, and then eventually they'll just go to alcohol because that's the legal one, right? And the alcohol you control all of us when we drink alcohol, right? But there's always also dope. That's another one, especially in the cities. We control a lot of people. But this one, instead of making like people are on dope, they're like, yeah man, what evolution? Nah man, I'm going to sleep. Well, people like us, again, as a tribal culture, we used to use it to go hunting. We used to go and gathering. There's hunters and gatherers and gathering plants, to consume, and then the hunters brought meat, and we had meat and plants, right? To eat. Plants have a symbiotic relationship with human beings. They have a symbiotic relationship. It means that we exchange. So that is a perfect mechanism to introduce a substance that would kick off the evolutionary process of the human species. Kick it off and in stages, bring it to another level, depending on what seeds were brought down into this planet from asteroids that were actually were carried from the center of the galaxy to help us. What did they do with those seeds? What? They made them illegal now? They put all those people. Oh man, you know how hard it was to get all those seeds on that asteroid and actually get it on that planet? Pretty fucking hard, man. What are they doing? Let's try another one. Well, if they keep on doing this, we should just you keep on doing the asteroids without anything and just get rid of them, man, because they don't even understand what the fuck we're giving them. The tribal cultures did understand, but then you slaughtered all of them, and you made them, their women and children into factory workers, right? And then now anyone that tries to go back to that spot, anybody that tries to go back to that place where they were, you're going to persecute them and make sure that they're put on a cross and burned like a witch. The persecution that I felt since I've been out here, and people have slowly learned about my use of the coca plant and its medicinal properties. And they get out of here, fucking. He thinks that crack is a medicine. No, it wasn't created in a laboratory, buddy. The only real medicines are created in a laboratory. And you see what it's done for me. I can take the medication and get up and walk, and I can go to work now. Okay? It's not a medicine. All you want to do is stay home and smoke it. Because it's just a destructive. It destroys your whole life. Yeah, it does. Excuse me a second. Okay, I'm back. I had to go take a pee. And I don't want to let you hear me taking a pee, but I will let you watch me smoke this again. Right? Just like a marijuana concentrate. Yo, but you keep on chasing that high, it's like, well, yeah, because it is like, I don't know, being in heaven for a little while. You get like an opening of block channels of communication with. But then the problem is, as soon as you come down, it goes away, and that's because it's illegal. Because in tribal cultures that I've been in the past, that feeling could last long time, but because it's made specifically to be used as a mechanism to control people and manipulate, and never with them never understanding the medicinal and the divinity properties of it, the properties that will actually get you in touch with yourself, your inner self, your higher self, God, and things around you. They were never taught that. They were just taught to point fingers at the crack addicts and make sure they never go in. They've been get anywhere near our children. Yeah, you understand that your children will become them, regardless of your because your children are nothing more than reincarnated souls with a structure, a DNA structure that is is tribal. Every human being has a tribal past, because we all came from a tribal past. Now slowly that was converted by use of money and alcohol. Those are the two big things, because alcohol brought people up to a place where they were able to bring them down to a level where they can work. I read that in a book, and you know what, that registers true to my knowledge, where it actually makes people be able to get out of dream time and then go focus on working for somebody. And that's okay if the work is something constructive, but when it is just a means to control people and to manipulate a planet, and then slowly get resources from this planet that are sucking it dry, and again, Mother Earth is going to wake up and wipe you guys right off before they get to a chance to actually destroy this planet. The thing of it is, and in the process, in the meantime, your civilization never evolves. It stays stuck where it was, which then. I don't know. I mean, my God, my last weekend of life, I was mine, and they were so much more advanced than you people. I walk around going like, oh my God, these people are wasting so much of their time on this shit, man. And it's all because of the fact that they've ripped you away from your tribal past, cut your connection to any kind of plant source that will maybe, help get you there, and then maybe help evolve the planet, and then. Will lead you right into hell, man. That's what the wealth class and people in charge are wanting to do. They made this planet. This is one of the most dangerous drugs out there. It's a felony, and it's labeled as like a dangerous controlled substance. No, it is the one that helps communication. That's why it was used in so many tribal cultures, especially in South America, where it came from, where it was derived. That was a big thing. That plus mushrooms and pumps. But again, the psychedelics create too much of a you're in the so that's good for like a 4-hour kind of like cleansing and connecting with that spirit. When you're talking about the cocoa plant, it is something that is almost like. It is allowing you to continue while still understanding that the plant and the spirit in the plant is meant to help you, not to hurt you. They've like taken the spirit in the plant and hijacked it and locked it put it into a cage and locked it away, and then every once in a while they suck a little bit out and they put it out there a little bit, but just to bring people in, and then afterwards what? They just put them in cages, the same cage. It is a means. The reason that crack cocaine doesn't have the spirit is because they ripped it out of it, because they made it illegal. So that's exactly what they were planning to do. Because if it was legal and if it wasn't even noticed, everybody would have, like, anybody that wanted to use it, they could buy a plant or buy the seeds, grow the plant, and then make their own concentrate version of it, just like you do with a marijuana plant. But see, the marijuana plant again is part of that. It is, but it's not. But now they've taken all these dispensaries that are selling this stuff right now. You don't know if some of them are ripping the fucking the spirit out of the marijuana plant. They go, hey, get you high, it's freaking good. But that medicinal properties that they used to like when the Jamaican slaves smoked it for the first time, and then they realized there were warriors and slaves and not slaves, and then that created the movement forward to free themselves from slavery from the British in Jamaica and make that on their own, which then eventually went back. But the thing of it is that's what the marijuana plant does. It's great, but a lot of times the marijuana plant makes you tired and sleepy. So when you go tired and sleepy, you forget. But now you combine that with something that will wake you up and keep you very clear-headed. And I'm going to tell this to people, and I hope the people that I'm watching this that told me that I actually knew the person, is very it did happen though, and I knew the guy, and he did say it to me, and he did say it to the other people around me. I knew this guy that was a state trooper, a New York state trooper, and he said to me that a lot of state troopers snort cocaine. Or they don't smoke it because smoking is but they would the thing is with snorting it, if you snort it after a while, it gets really raw. You can't deal with it. That's why even in tribal cultures that I was in, we didn't snort it. We the snorting is in a later version of it, that you can go into clubs and dance and drink and dance and then ooh, and a little coke spoon around your mouth. That whole process was, again, ripping it away from his tribal past, and that's the spirit, and then making it into something that you can combine with coke or alcohol to stay awake. Now, staying awake and alcohol is one thing. You're doing, awake drunk is like, that's the ones that cause a lot of accidents. So then they blame the cocaine on there, but it's not. It's the alcohol because the guy could have drank 4 cups of four double espressos and got the same results. I'm sure they do now. Thing of it is, when you combine it with something like marijuana, that provides a certain level of focus and an understanding of things around you, with something that will keep you up, that doesn't create any there's no hallucinogen effect with the clover plant. It's a stimulant, and it's a stimulant that allows the body to and it's actually not that bad for the body. Whatever they say is bad to the body is because they want to make it illegal. They want to keep it illegal. It is dangerous. It's a dangerous thing. Like marijuana, they legalized marijuana, so they didn't really let it out of the cage. They just let it in there, and then every once in a while they cut a leaf off and say, you can have this, you can have this, and you can grow this, and they come back. But they still got the plant and the spirit of marijuana in that plant. The only time you don't get it is the growers that are not part of the growers market right now. They're part of the legal marijuana sales. And you have a permit for selling that, sir? Well, you can't be selling that without a permit, sir. That whole aspect of it, that whole aspect of it is what's keeping the plant itself, not doing the things that it needs to do, and that's exactly what if cocaine is eventually, or the cocaine is eventually legalized, it's the same thing that's going to happen. That's why everything should not be legalized. It should be decriminalized, which means it should be that's at the same level as, I don't know, oregano. You can grow basil in your backyard. Well, that's a coca plant. Why can't I fucking grow that? Because you can't find the seeds anyway, because you got a hold of all of them and said, if you get them, and if you buy them, and we'll come and arrest you for growing them. You think there's a fucking God up there that wants you to do that to a plant that it was put down here to help you, instead of, making it into something that then they can use to hurt you? God didn't put this plant on here. Mother Earth didn't put this plant on this planet to hurt you. There's nothing that you can't put the plant into a cage like as they did, making it illegal. You can't. You're not supposed to do that, but you did, and with it comes all the bad things that are happening around it. Again, the problems that it has is because it is illegal. Do you understand? If it was legal, if it was decriminalized, you wouldn't have these problems. I think Oregon and Colorado have decriminalized a lot of it. Portions of it. I don't know if you're selling, growing it, but they're looking the other way now. It's not. They realize that's not important to take these guys and put them in. Let's find the murderers and the other guys that or maybe the alcoholics that get into cars and kill people. Those are the problems. Then. Do you understand that there's human beings sitting in cages right now? Right? Or paying hefty fines and for the rest of their life. So the court system, that all they're doing is, you were caught doing this, and now we're gonna fine you, and then you're gonna give me your money now, so I can keep this courtroom going. Thank you. I'm gonna say again, there's human beings that are in cages right now because of what you persecute them for, and what you judge them for. And that should be illegal. Because there is no one on this planet that has the right to say a plant that comes out of the ground should no longer be grown. Does anybody ask Mother Earth if she no longer wants this plant grown? Or she wants it if she goes somewhere okay, let's go and contaminate the entire, let's drop a whole bunch of shit on all of it so we kill it all. You think Mother Earth wants you to do that? You think she likes that? She goes, oh yeah, go ahead, take a part of my body and that I allow to be grown there, and then just kill it off, and it's not going to affect me, right? You fucking hypocrites, man. There's human beings that are in cages right now, and you still haven't released them. And you still haven't made the thing that allows these people to be thrown into cages and fined and all this garbage, drug court and all this other garbage that you making money off of. Rehab centers. All these places, they're making money off of the illegality of it. Wouldn't exist. I mean, they would exist for other drugs, maybe dope, maybe heroin, because it's got a physical dependence. But any plant medicine is illegal. Again, look at Portugal. But I just read that they ain't making completely decriminalized because they still, you can't sell it, you can't buy it, you can't, everything is there, but you could have it though, and it's okay. We're not going to put you in cages anymore, but it's illegal if you sell it though. But if that's what we catch you, you see, watch as that country's crime has gone down. Watch as that country's the problems that surrounded it are much lessened. It's still not completely, and still it's a spotlight on it, and still there's like this thing, there'll always be, why? Because you made it so. Like nothing, like that. Whoever posted that comment before, she didn't listen to everything I said. She just got the words that she needed to take her around and post a comment just to make him feel bad that he's promoting something that kills people. Life, existence kills more. Alcohol kills more. Cardiovascular disease kills more people. So all those people that are making meat right now, that are killing people because of the cardiovascular disease that happens because of the large consumption of meats, heavy meats, and dairy, and all these things that promote a not healthy body, and just going to work 8 hours, and you can work out in the gym afterwards if you make it there. If not, you'll just go home, drink, and have a meal and go to sleep. That should all be fucking penalized and put into cages. Not a fucking plant and the people that use the plant. Do you understand how hypocritical your society is, and these laws that take away people's freedoms, all because you don't want them to experience again. You think there's a problem with it? Well, go back to the tribal cultures and see how they did it, because there was no problem with them. You know why? Because they taught their children how to respect it and use it, and they were respecting the spirit inside the plant. And then all of a sudden, this was not a problem. It wasn't a problem until a very greedy, money-hungry society came along and said, "Yeah, let's take this and make a lot of profit from it. Oh, we can't make profit from it. Go away, because then we have to pay taxes. Let's make it illegal, so then we don't pay taxes for it, and then we'll just pay off all those people to come make believe they're going to arrest us. But we got the big money, so there's only bound money. And all of a sudden, the spirit is in a cage, and we're going like, what the fuck? How the hell did I get in here, man? Mother Earth, please get me out of here. You can? Okay, then wipe them the fuck off. Please. Because every spirit that you put into a cage, that you've made illegal, of every plant medicine that's out there, and that goes for DMT, that goes for mushrooms, psilocybin, that goes for anything, cactus, peyote, mescaline, anything that you stuck into a fucking cage. Those spirits in the cage are now waiting to be released, and they're like, are they ever going to release? The marijuana kind of got released, but he got thrown back into it's a bigger cage. The marijuana's in, and he has some more freedom. He can walk around, do a little. But the other ones are these little cages that they're stuck in there because they want the spirits dead, but they can't kill spirits, so they can trap them and stick them in a fucking cage, and then milk them, make them milk them. You don't believe that story? That could be a metaphorical, kind of like story about what they're doing, but it actually is happening. Do you understand? It actually is happening. You have taken something that's been used for thousands of years, traditionally in tribal cultures, and you make it illegal. And that means, and those people that you ripped away from their tribal past, and stuck them into factories, all those people are dying to use it. So instead, they'll go to whatever they can do, the illegal stuff, the street stuff, the bars, the whatever, however they're doing. I've worked with some Mexicans that didn't know. You have something? I just need something, man. If I gotta fucking, I gotta work on this lawn and shit. Please, man, you can give me something, please. Oh yeah, please. Do you understand? You persecute these people because of your own judgment and your own hypocrisy. You persecute them. You burn them at the stake like witches who are being burned. No, I went 29 minutes on this one. I only have 30 minutes left on this wonderful card, whatever that is. So I'm gonna end it here. This is part 2, I guess. Yeah. I can keep on talking about this forever, and nobody wants to hear it though. These videos get like 20 views, 30 views. They don't get no likes. I don't want anybody knowing that I like this one, but even though this has got a point, it doesn't matter. Because I'm telling you now, every human being that's sitting in a cage for planet the Mother Earth and God put on this planet to help evolve the civilization, every human being is a karmic stain on the civilization You're not. You just. How long did it take to make marijuana illegal? Huh? How long is it going to take to make all the other stuff legal? That were once illegal, and then you made it legal. You, 50, 60, 70 years ago, the civilization of alcoholics, that think it's alcohol is fine, but everything else, no, we can't let them do that because they won't go to work. See, alcohol, they drink, eat, go to sleep, go to work. I gotta have more alcohol at night. That's fine, right? But anything that connects you to your trial past, that's wrong. So think about it. And stop judging me for what I do and what you saw him do. See, as soon as you saw the pipe, that's it. You see, that's what he is. He's just a crack addict. It's only what he is. Hey. No, I'm a human being that's sick of being persecuted. And I'm sick of